Evening care. Old as gold family, did you know that your regular oatmeal could actually be affecting your heart health depending on what you mix into it? It might be hard to accept, especially if you've been making smarter food choices as you've aged. Oatmeal has a solid reputation, and for good reason. On its own, it's gentle on the stomach, packed with soluble fiber, and excellent for controlling cholesterol and blood sugar levels. But here's what most people miss. Once you begin adding the wrong toppings or mix-ins, many of which are labeled as healthy, that same bowl can slowly turn into a sugar-heavy, stressful meal for your metabolism and even pose long-term risks to your organs. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to spikes in blood sugar, added fats, and certain processed ingredients. Your digestion slows, your insulin response shifts, and your liver and kidneys have to work harder to deal with what used to be easy for them. What you add to your oatmeal can either support your body or quietly overload it. The worrying part is, most people do not even realize which ingredients are causing the harm. In this video, we will go through 7 common oatmeal add-ins used by older adults, and why each one might be doing more harm than good. Some of these may surprise you, others you may have used for years, but by the end of this video, you will clearly know what to leave out and how to make your oatmeal the healthy meal you meant it to be. Stick with us until the end, because even cutting out just 1 or 2 of these can improve your energy, stabilize your blood sugar, and protect your liver, kidneys, and heart. Your breakfast should never work against you, especially when it's something you eat every single day. Number 1. Brown sugar. Harsh on your insulin system. Brown sugar might seem slightly better than white sugar, but after 60, your body treats them the same. When you add it to your oatmeal, you're not just sweetening your breakfast, you're creating a sharp blood sugar spike. That spike can leave you feeling tired, foggy, and even hungrier not long after. Even worse, over time, these spikes can wear down your insulin function and raise your chances of developing type 2 diabetes even if you think you're eating healthily. As we grow older, the pancreas makes less insulin, and our cells react less to what's produced. When you add fast-acting sugar like brown sugar, it's like throwing fuel on a fire. Your blood sugar surges, then crashes again and again. This leads to more belly fat, inflammation, and damaged blood vessels. I remember a woman named Jana, 67 years old, who believed her breakfast oatmeal with a spoon of brown sugar and skim milk was healthy. She couldn't understand why she always needed a nap by mid-morning. After going over her diet with her doctor, she removed the sugar. Within a week, her morning energy returned. "I didn't think a spoonful could do that," she told me, "but it was enough to throw everything off." Brown sugar rarely comes alone. It often triggers cravings for more sweet stuff later in the day. That's because sugar activates dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical. Once that fades, your brain wants another boost. It's not about willpower, it's about how the brain works. If you still want your oatmeal to be a bit sweet, try adding a few banana slices, or using cinnamon and vanilla instead. These add light, natural flavor without causing blood sugar chaos. The goal is not to fear sweetness but to manage where it comes from. Flooding your body with fast-burning sugar causes more harm than you think. When you begin your day with steady blood sugar levels, everything functions more smoothly: your mood, memory, and even how your body burns energy. Removing just that 1 scoop of brown sugar gives your system a better start that can benefit you all day long. Number 2. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners often appear to be the better option, especially for older adults monitoring their blood sugar. But the reality is more complex. These low-calorie substitutes, often found in pink or yellow packets, may help you cut down on sugar temporarily, but over time, they can quietly disrupt your metabolism, digestive health, and even how your liver works. Here is why. Your body expects sweetness to come with calories. When it receives sweetness without energy, as it does from substances like sucralose, aspartame, or saccharin, it gets mixed signals. This imbalance can affect how your body handles insulin, cause more cravings later, and even slow down your metabolism. For older adults whose hormone balance is already changing, these effects make it harder to manage weight, control blood sugar, and avoid storing fat, especially around the belly, even if you think you are eating right. Now consider the liver. Many artificial sweeteners are processed through the liver. Even though they may not increase blood sugar directly, they still need to be filtered out. If you consume them every day, they can put extra strain on a liver that might already be working harder due to medications, age-related changes, or other diet-related toxins. The outcome: a slower, tired liver that may lead to low energy, digestion problems, and higher liver enzyme levels, often with no signs until damage has already begun. A man named Charles, age 74, had been using sugar-free syrup and artificial sweeteners in his oatmeal for years. He liked the taste and assumed it was good for his blood sugar. But when his liver test came back slightly off, his doctor advised cutting out the fake sugars. Within a few weeks, his digestion improved and his next test results were much better. "I thought I was doing something right," he said. "Turns out I was just giving my liver one more thing to clean up." Instead of using artificial sweeteners, try adding cinnamon, nutmeg, or a drop of almond extract. Even a bit of fresh fruit can give you that sweet taste you enjoy, along with added vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, things lab-made powders simply cannot provide. Your body has served you for many years. It needs real nourishment, not fake messages. When you give your body natural, clean fuel, it does not just work better, it feels better, too. If you are still watching and finding this information useful, type number 2 in the comments so I know you are here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I suggest you do and hit the bell icon so you never miss future videos. Your support helps us keep making helpful content that informs and encourages you. Now, let's move ahead. Number 3. Dried fruits. Dried fruits may appear to be a healthy, even smart choice to add to your oatmeal. After all, they come from real fruit. But once fruit is dried, all its water is removed, and the natural sugars become heavily concentrated, turning a small handful of raisins or cranberries into something as sugary as a candy bar without you realizing it. This is especially risky for older adults because the sugar in dried fruits is mostly fructose, which is processed mainly by the liver. Unlike glucose, which is used directly by your brain and muscles, fructose goes straight to the liver where it can easily be converted into fat. This process plays a big role in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition growing more common in people over 60, even those who do not drink alcohol at all. Take a closer look at dried fruit. Just a few tablespoons of dried cranberries can have over 20 grams of added sugar, often combined with syrup during manufacturing to keep them soft and sweet. Even unsweetened ones like raisins or dates still pack a big dose of natural sugar in a tiny portion. What may seem like a healthy topping is quietly putting more strain on your liver. I once met a man named Gerald, age 69, who regularly added dried apricots to his oatmeal. He believed it helped with fiber intake, but always felt bloated afterward, and noticed his blood pressure was going up. After switching from dried fruit to fresh blueberries, his bloating went away, and his doctor saw positive changes too. "I never thought those little pieces were causing so many problems," he said. If you enjoy fruit with your oatmeal, go for the fresh kind. A few slices of apple, a handful of berries, or half a banana provide sweetness along with water, fiber, and nutrients that help your body absorb sugar more gradually and support your liver. You still get flavor, but in a form your body can handle better, especially in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. It is not about avoiding sweetness entirely. It is about choosing types that work with your body, not against it. Your liver has supported you for decades. Now is the time to make choices that support it in return. Number 4. Flavored oat packets. For many people, especially those living alone or looking for quick meals, those pre-flavored oatmeal packets seem like a fast, easy solution. Tear it open, pour it in, and stir. They offer the promise of health, ease, and comfort all in one. But behind that friendly packaging is often a mix of additives, too much sodium, and fake flavoring agents that can slowly harm your health, especially as you age past 60. Let's begin with sodium. Many flavored oatmeal packets include 200 to 300 milligrams of sodium per serving, sometimes more. If you cook it with milk or add salted butter, that may not sound like a lot, but once you add in the sodium from bread, canned soups, or other snacks throughout your day, it builds up fast. For older adults managing high blood pressure, heart problems, or reduced kidney function, even these small amounts can quietly push your body beyond its healthy limit. Then there is the issue of flavoring. Most flavored oatmeal does not actually use real maple, apples, or cinnamon. Instead, they use artificial flavoring chemicals, sweeteners, stabilizers, and food coloring to imitate real ingredients. These synthetic additives do not give your body the nourishment it needs. They demand more effort from it instead. Your liver and kidneys end up doing extra filtering. And for an aging body that has already handled years of medications or inflammation, that extra load can make a real difference. A woman named Carol, age 73, shared that she had been eating flavored oatmeal packets for years, sometimes twice a day. They were quick and felt like the healthier option, she said. But she often felt bloated afterward and had recently noticed her hands swelling more than usual. After switching to plain oats topped with her own cinnamon and fresh apple slices, the bloating went down and her morning blood pressure readings got better. I never thought something so small could affect so much, she told me. The truth is, most of the health claims on these packets rely heavily on clever marketing. Words like whole grain and low fat may sound comforting, but they leave out details about the preservatives, artificial thickeners, and a list of added ingredients you likely cannot even pronounce. If you want your oatmeal to actually support your health, stick with plain rolled or steel-cut oats. Add your own fruit, nuts, or spices. It only takes a few more minutes, and your body will thank you every time. Number 5. Non-dairy creamers. Non-dairy creamers might seem like a harmless way to make your oatmeal creamier, especially if you are avoiding milk or are lactose intolerant. But in reality, many of these creamers are filled with ingredients that can quietly harm your heart, liver, and metabolism, particularly as you grow older. Most powdered or liquid non-dairy creamers contain hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oil, sources of trans fats. These fats are known to increase LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, while reducing HDL, the good kind. That combination is risky for anyone, but it is even more concerning for seniors already managing heart health. Even products marked as trans fat-free can include small amounts, as long as each serving is below a certain limit, and those small amounts add up over time. Next, you have the thickeners, emulsifiers, and artificial flavors. These do not nourish your body. They are only used to mimic the creamy texture and taste of milk or cream without giving you any natural nutrients. They make your liver and kidneys work harder to process them, and if used often, they can increase long-term inflammation. Chronic inflammation is known to contribute to heart disease, joint discomfort, and even memory decline. I remember a man named Frank, age 75, who used powdered creamer in just about everything: his coffee, oatmeal, even his soups. He liked the flavor and wanted to keep things simple without buying multiple products. But over time, he developed digestive problems and higher cholesterol. His doctor later advised cutting out the creamers entirely. Within 2 months, Frank's lab results improved and his digestion got better, too. I thought it was just a bit of powder, he said. I didn't realize it was causing so much trouble. The issue with non-dairy creamers is that they are promoted as light, convenient, and free from cholesterol. But the real damage builds slowly and quietly and is often missed until more serious signs appear. If you want creaminess in your oatmeal, go for unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or a small amount of organic dairy cream. If your body handles it, can be great. Even a spoon of plain yogurt works too. These options give a smooth texture and real nutrition without filling your oatmeal with artificial stuff. What you mix into your oatmeal really matters, especially now, after your body has spent years looking after you. This is your chance to take better care of it with cleaner, smarter choices. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, drop a comment with the number for below to let me know. And if you have not subscribed yet, I suggest hitting the subscribe button and turning on the bell so you get notified when new videos are posted. Your support keeps this channel going and helps us keep bringing you more valuable content. Now, let's continue. Number 6. Store-bought granola. Granola has earned a reputation for being healthy. It sounds natural, wholesome, even heart-friendly. But many people don't realize that most granola from the store is packed with added sugars, oils, and sometimes preservatives that can turn your healthy oatmeal into something harmful. The biggest concern is how it's made. To get that crunchy texture and longer shelf life, companies bake the oats in sugar syrups or oils, usually canola, soybean, or palm oil. These oils are often refined or even partially hydrogenated, which can quietly trigger inflammation, especially when eaten regularly. In the long run, that kind of inflammation can lead to stiff joints, fatigue, and increased risk of heart problems. Even the low-sugar versions are not always safe. They often use ingredients like honey, brown rice syrup, or evaporated cane juice. These sound healthier, but they raise blood sugar the same way, causing insulin spikes, extra stress on the body, and more sugar cravings. This matters even more for seniors who may already be dealing with prediabetes, energy drops, or belly fat, all of which get worse with frequent sugar intake. Then there's the serving size issue. Labels often show a small portion, just a few tablespoons, but most people pour in way more without noticing. That adds hundreds of hidden calories and a lot more carbs and fat than expected. I once met a 71-year-old woman named Ellen who always added granola to her oatmeal for crunch. But when she realized it had more sugar and fat than a full chocolate chip cookie, she switched to chopped walnuts. In just a few weeks, her blood sugar improved and her afternoon crashes stopped. If you really enjoy a bit of crunch, go for better choices. Try toasted seeds, unsweetened coconut flakes, or raw nuts like almonds or pecans. They provide fiber, healthy fats, and nutrients without the added sugar, oil, or preservatives. Remember, oatmeal should help you. It's meant to be a calm, balanced way to start your morning. It should not be hiding sugar and fat. When you learn how to read the ingredients, you're supporting your body the right way, one bite at a time. Number 7. Protein powders. Many older adults have heard that adding protein to breakfast helps with energy, muscle strength, and staying full longer. That's true if the protein comes from real, clean sources. But when people mix protein powders into their oatmeal, especially the wrong kinds, they can be adding hidden chemicals that their body does not need. Here's what often gets missed. Most protein powders in stores contain artificial sweeteners, thickeners, preservatives, and chemical flavors. These are all things your kidneys and liver have to work harder to remove. And if you are over 60, those organs are already handling years of medications, food additives, and exposure to toxins in the environment. Toxins. Just one scoop of processed powder each day can silently add stress where your body needs peace the most. Another concern is how much you consume. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at handling extra protein. What your body does not use for muscle repair or energy gets broken down and passed through the kidneys. For aging adults, even without kidney disease, this extra load can slowly worsen kidney performance. And the symptoms: low energy, poor appetite, fluid buildup can quietly grow without being noticed until they become serious. A 78-year-old man named Dennis used to add protein powder to his oatmeal every morning. He read in a fitness article that it would help him keep his strength, but he was also on blood pressure medicine, and his kidney tests started to show problems. His doctor traced it back to excess protein, mostly from low-grade powders. Once Dennis began getting his protein from real food like eggs and nuts. Later in the day, his numbers stabilized. "I didn't realize I was taking too much," he admitted. "I thought more protein was a good thing." If your morning routine truly needs extra protein, turn to natural foods. A spoonful of plain Greek yogurt, a side of eggs, or a small handful of nuts gives your body protein in a form it understands. Balanced with the nutrients it's built to handle. At this stage in life, it is not about piling on more. It is about choosing what truly helps and cutting out what silently causes damage. Your body still responds. It still recovers. But now, it needs to be treated with the attention and care it deserves. And that includes your oatmeal. Choose toppings that support your system, not fight it. Final thoughts. That morning bowl of oatmeal may seem like a smart habit, but what you add to it can be the difference between helping your health or unknowingly hurting it. The 7 foods we discussed today: brown sugar, artificial sweeteners, dried fruit, flavored oatmeal packets, non-dairy creamers, store-bought, granola, and protein powders. Each brings quiet risks, especially for people in their 60s, 70s, or 80s. What matters most is not just avoiding these items, it's understanding why. Because once you learn how your aging body reacts to sugar, additives, and processed ingredients, you'll start to notice how small daily choices ripple through your whole system. They impact your energy, your digestion, your blood pressure, and even your mood. The best part, you can turn it all around with just a few small, thoughtful changes. You do not need fancy oatmeal. You don't need packets, powders, or sweeteners. All you need are simple, real ingredients that support your body, like cinnamon, fresh fruit, nuts, or clean milk. These are choices that bring ease, not stress, calm, not discomfort. And when you begin your morning with care for your body, the rest of the day often follows in the same peaceful flow. So ask yourself, how many of these 7 ingredients do you use? And which ones are you ready to stop using? Thank you for spending your time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one insight you gained and how you'll apply it in your own life. Your voice matters to us, so don't hold back. Reading your feedback keeps us going and helps us grow. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us keep creating thoughtful content to help and inspire you. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, Old is Gold family.